Today I'm going to show you how to make the apple French toast that we do for the cuisine chef Javaccino. Okay? I'm going to show you how to make a really small batch. In class you're going to be making multiple masses of this because it is a very popular item. What you're going to do is we are using store-bought French bread. I've already pre-cut some of them, but I'll show you how to do a couple more things as we go. So that's the substance. This recipe also calls for eggs, apples, and then a cinnamon sugar type mixture. Okay? So I'm actually going to start by making our cinnamon sugar mixture that is going to be coated with the eggs. With the apples. Excuse me. Sorry. Alright, so what you're first going to do is you're going to combine, move this aside, you're going to combine your brown sugar. This recipe calls for brown sugar. Brown sugar caramelizes and gives a different flavor compared to the white sugar. So this is your brown sugar. And our recipe calls for 1 cup. Now if you recall from Culinary Basics, brown sugar is packing sugar. Okay? So you can scoop this in or you can scoop it out and you're going to pack it in. As you get more in there, it'll be easier to pack. You do not want it to be loose. You want it to be packed in like you're making a sandcastle. It's very important that you measure brown sugar this way to get all the essential flavor into your recipe. You can take your hand, just pat it down. I'm going to add just a little bit more. Okay. So, there's our brown sugar, and as you can see, it's packed. Okay. There's our brown sugar. Next, you are going to add your butter. The recipe calls for a 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup is 1 stick, okay? It says that you need to melt it. You can melt in one of 2 ways. The fastest method is going to be in the microwave, which I have already done for you. You can also melt on the stove top and whatnot, but this is going to be the quickest method. All you're going to do is unwrap this, put it directly into a microwave-safe contraption, and then microwave for about 20 seconds. I would keep an eye on it so it doesn't explode. Okay? You're going to combine this into your brown sugar. If you have no butter at home, margarine also works, or in class, margarine works. You're going to mix this around. And this is going to be our coating for apples to add lots of yummy flavor. It's almost like we're making a caramel if we were to cook this. Okay. Next, you are going to add your cinnamon. Now in the recipe, it calls for 3 teaspoons divided. Okay. Divided means it's going to be used in different parts, different aspects. So in step 1, it says combine brown sugar, butter, and 1 teaspoon of the cinnamon. So I've already measured 3 teaspoons altogether just as I was preparing my mise en place. So I'm going to just take out my 1 teaspoon and add it to that. And then just mix it on in. Smells like breakfast. Okay, I'm going to set this off to the side because we are ready to prep our apples. Here. This up. Alright, next what you're going to do is you are going to cut your apples. Now, this is an apple peeler core slicer. If you don't have an apple peeler core slicer, you can also use a peeler, peel it, and then slice the apples by hand. Okay? To use your apple peeler core slicer, you're just going to attach right in so. This is like suction to here. If it's not, just hold on to it. And you're going to move your apple. And what it's doing is it's coring it, slicing it, and peeling it all at the same time. Okay, so take your apples out. I'm just going to set these off to the side because I'm going to slice them in half and whatnot. Take your core off. Forgot my garbage bowl, so I'm just going to put that off to the side. And I'm going to bring it back in. Okay. bad boy back on there. Okay. I'm having a little technical difficulties with our... Oh, and I got it. Here we go. Fold. There we go. And there you go. So now we have 2. Your recipe calls for 3 apples. Pull that off. Okay. Like that. The last one I'm going to do by hand, just in case you don't get to use the apple peeler or quarter slicer. So what you'll do is over your garbage bowl, you would take your apple peeler or your vegetable peeler and you go around in a circle to remove the skin. Because this is a baked apple French toast, if you left the skin on, it would make it very difficult for this to eat, because the French toast is supposed to be like a softer type dish in the center after it's been cooked, and this just makes the apples very tender when you bake them. If the skin is left on, it's a little more difficult. It still becomes tender, but not the texture that you're looking for. Side. Grab your apple, and since our apple peeler or quarter slicer already peeled it for us, now we still have to take off our core, just like so. Stuff some in there. Make sure you do get all that off, because that's disgusting. If someone bites into that, be a very unhappy Javaccino customer. This one in half. So, and like so. Okay, then what you're going to do is you want to slice these pretty thin. Not too thin because they'll like fall apart, but pretty thin so that they are easy to eat up at the Javaccino event. As you're cutting these, you can put them directly into your sugar mixture. Put that right there. And we're just doing a basic slice. You want to make sure that they are the full slices and not like chopped up or something, because you want the customer to be able to see the apple. The delicacy is all in the presentation of the dish, opposed to just an irregular chop. It's not going to look as nice. Goes right in. And as you can see, by doing it by hand, it takes a little more time, but you make do with what you have. Okay. Then with the ones we've already apple peeled and whatnot, I'm going to cut those just like so. See how much quicker that one is? And there you go. Now what we're going to do is we want to toss. I'm going to grab a rubber scraper just because it will be